What's going on, guys? It's your boy wrestle.trenia, and today we're gonna be talking about and baby now we got bad blood. But we're gonna be talking about bad blood, basically what happened. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications to see all my posts. But first we're gonna get into the first match, and man, this match right here was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I said it in my predictions. I said if they at first we thought they were main eventing, but Triple H usually likes to have certain like bangers like open the show, and it's always a good thing. And this match was crazy. They had blood. Damn, Drew McIntyre almost broke his back. They look like Ric Flair out there. And I mean, ultimately, CM Punk got the win, which I would have wanted it to be Drew, so he can like basically get back on his I want my title-ish. But I mean, of course it's CM Punk first like feud since he came back, really, so I expected him to end up winning. But that was like a great match. That was more than likely the best match out of the night, and it opened the show. And I mean, that's probably gonna be feud of the year for me, because that feud is better than anything going on right now. And I think now it actually is over. I mean, at this point, they didn't beat the hell out of each other, so they don't have no reason to even, keep going back and forth about it. I mean, Drew lost. He just gotta, be like, I lost, and, move on. And like I said, now he need to go focus on the title. And I mean, maybe, I guess CM Punk, I don't know what he's about to do now. I thought it was gonna be Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins got to handle Brunson first. But that was a crazy match. That was pretty good. No type of botches, nothing going wrong. They had a cool spot. I thought it was going to be thumbtacks. That's what I thought I was about to see. But it was basically like the bracelet beads. I mean, probably not the exact ones, because, there was a lot of damn beads. But basically it was, the beads to the bracelet, and he poured them all over CM Punk. But CM Punk, he scraped some of them up like later on in the match, and he stuffed them in Drew's mouth, which Drew did that to CM Punk already. So basically it was like a revenge type of thing. But that was a great match, man. And next we had Bayley versus Nia Jax for the women's title. Now, this match, it was decent. I'm not going to act like it was like anything crazy. My girl Nia came out looking good, so I was happy to see Nia. But the match, it was pretty decent. Most people just were waiting to see Tiffany. And I'm not going to lie, Nia must be soft or something, because the moves she be doing, like when she throw her weight on people, it be looking like it hurt, but they be looking like they surviving. So I be like, damn. Because when she be like literally throwing herself on them now. But I mean, like I said, she's probably soft or something. I don't know. But, and mid-match, of course, Tiffany came out, and we all were expecting to cash in. But of course, they tried to have it where, I guess Nia Jax decided to be the Undertaker, and she rose back up, and then Tiffany played slow like, oh, I was coming to help you. But obviously we know she wasn't. And of course, when she was out of the ring, because, she got knocked out of the ring, they kind of kept like zooming in on her face, and she was looking like she was salty. She was looking like, she was still plotting, because you just see her eyes. That's all you see. She got them eyeballs that, you just see them. And she just staring at, like, Nia and Bayley. And, for a second, I thought she was going to, go back in and try to cash in, but they probably saving it for like a bigger moment. But I mean, the match was decent. It did what it had to do. And, Tiffany and everybody involved did what they had to do. So, I mean, I thought it was a good match, and it was a good payoff. So, I mean, of course, Nia still got the win, obviously. But they need to start booking my girl Nia better. I mean, I know at this point, she's just a transitional. She's just there just because, to put Tiffany over eventually. But, they still can, do my girl right now. But next, we had Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. I mean, this match, I kind of forgot it was supposed to happen, because they kind of, it's like they would show their feud, like mention their feud on Raw, but they didn't kind of do anything after the breakup. It's like they had like 1 or 2 back and forths that I remember. But I mean, it was a good match. I mean, you know, the crowd was actually like making noise for it, because I thought it was just gonna be like a, you know, dragged out match where people were just like, when's the next match coming? But no, people, they were digging the match. And I mean, I was too. But of course, you know, like we always predict, the Judgment Day, they try to come out, and usually it's, you know, it's always the same stuff. But surprisingly, we didn't get Jay, because people were thinking that we were gonna get Jay or just anybody coming to help, really. But that's not what happened. Damian just kind of fought off JD and Carlito. He just basically like fought them off, kind of. And I mean, of course, Liv wasn't out there because she had her own match. And of course, that's it. It's like, that's basically all the people, basically. So I mean, Damian ended up beating all of them, and he ended up, you know, doing his finisher, South of Heaven, on Finn Balor, and he ended up picking up the win. They didn't try to attack him afterwards, which I thought they were. But, you know, when he won and they raised his hand, JD and Carlito, they just kind of stood outside the ring. So that was surprising. But next, we're gonna... Alrighty, next we're gonna get into Rhea versus Liv for the Raw Women's title. And this match, I mean, I can't say it was a great match, because they kind of focused on Dom a lot. Which, I mean, I get that's the story of it. Like, Dom is the focal point of it. So, I mean, Rhea, she was, you know, they were having like their back and forth moments. And I mean, they were doing a lot. But like in the mid match, Rhea, she, you know, every once in a while, she'll just look over at Dom and be like, you know, waving, or, you know, just staring at him. And of course, you know, I mean, I guess it was planned, but I don't know. He ended up like getting his leg stuck. I mean, I don't know how you can really plan that unless they like literally had like a chain or something wrapped around his leg already. I don't like moves. I don't like spots like that, but you know, that ended up happening. And that was where, you know, the ref basically let her do what she wanted, because I'm pretty sure it was a count out already, but he didn't call anything. And then she just started beating Dom with a kendo stick while he was upside down, basically like a piñata. And I mean, basically, she just did that for a while. And then of course we got Raquel returning, which she returned to no reaction. And I mean, it's because, how can she, the angle from the people that were watching at home, the angle that she like came from, it just kind of seemed like a weird angle. It's like, why could she not just have come down the ramp, or like come out of the crowd and they like put the camera on her? Like, they tried to make it a surprise. Like, literally, you know, when people return, they put the camera on them when they're like coming to the ring, coming through the crowd. They didn't do that. It's basically like it was still focused on Rhea beating up Dom, and then basically, you know, she just attacked from the back, and we just like, who this is? I mean, we already figured that it was gonna be Raquel returning, but she basically, you know, hit Rhea from the back, and you know, it was no reaction. And then it's like the ref took so long to call for the match. I don't even think he was supposed to call for the match when he did, because Raquel, you know, did her finisher on Rhea and then threw Liv onto her. And I don't know if that was just Raquel being in the moment or they just messed something up, but it kind of seemed off. That's why I'm like, I mean, you know, I'm happy Raquel back, and I figured that was going to happen. I mean, I wish she would have turned on Liv too, because like, you need to go for the title now. We don't have time for her to be sidekick every time she come, you know, to Raw and SmackDown. She didn't did that enough. I just wanted her to go for the title, but I'm sure that's going to end up happening eventually. And I'm sure we'll probably get like Raquel and Rhea eventually. You know, they always do good together. From what I remember in NXT, I think that was NXT. They probably had some on the main roster too, but, you know, Liv basically retained. And, you know, I don't know if Raquel about to be a part of the Judgment Day, or I don't know what they're doing with that. But that kind of was the low point for me, and I'm disappointed because I expected like them to just have a good match, and I was like, maybe Liv can just, you know, pull a miracle, but of course they never gonna do that with Liv. Even when it was Ronda Rousey, which I mean that's Ronda Rousey too, but she'll get like surprise roll-ups. I'm like, bro, just get the title off of her at this point. And of course next we had the main event, and of course, you know, everybody they doing their you know, of course Roman, he has to get his you know, grand entrance, and so does Cody. So, you know, it was like both had like, you know, instruments playing with their theme songs. And basically, bro, get your stupid ass on. The fuck is y'all doing? Weird ass niggas. And of course Roman and Cody, they had to, so we get to the main event, and of course Roman and Cody, they had to have their, you know, big grand entrances with the instruments. And you know, once Jacob and Solo came out, Solo was getting booed out the building basically, which just good. And I mean, he basically, the match started off, and I mean, they actually were, it was pretty decent. Like the match wise, it was pretty good. And I mean, you know, they had all of their face-offs because, you know, Roman, he hasn't wrestled since WrestleMania, like realistically. So this was his first match back, and he did good, you know, good interesting stuff with Jacob, Solo, you know. Basically they were having their back and forth, and then eventually Cody, he did his salute to Roman Reigns, and he, you know, took out Jacob for Roman. And I mean, there was stuff happening before then, but it mainly was just good back and forth. And of course, you know, eventually the Tongan brothers, of course, you know, they were going to come out, and they did come out. And then, you know, they didn't really do much. They tried, but they didn't really do much. They kind of got beat up as usual. And then while you see them, they just pan to Solo's face, and Solo's just staring. And then once you see that hoodie, you like, oh, we know who that is. We know exactly who that is, because I don't know why they think the hoodie stuff matter at this point. It's like, y'all done did it 25,000 times. But I was like, oh yeah, that's my boy Jimmy. And then as soon as the Tongan brother turn around, they get kicked in the face. And then, you know, that's when Solo turns around. He gets speared. Ding, ding, ding. And, you know, that was basically that. So, you know, they have their, like, moment of, you know, like, cousins hugging, you know, family hugging. And then, you know, they have, you know, Cody, he was getting beat up again while Roman and Jimmy were leaving. And basically what happened, you know, Roman, he was a little hesitant. He was like, oh, no, I'm just helping. I just said I was going to help bro out one time. But he ended up helping bro out again because Jimmy, he like, we got to help him. You gave him your word. And then Jimmy, he like, I'm with you with whatever. And then they was like, all right, let's go. So they, you know, took out the Timu bloodline. And basically, you know, of course, we knew it was about to happen. I was like, oh, he about to pick up that title. Roman, of course, he did pick up the title. And then basically, he like looked at it a little bit, but then he was like, here you go. He gave it to Cody. And then that's when Cody, you knew something else was about to happen because they was like taking a while. It's like it's weird that the PLE, first, I'm off topic, but it's weird that it ended at like 9:30ish. I was like, that's pretty weird. That's like the first time I've seen that happen. Unless I just don't pay attention, but that was weird. But anyway, Cody, of course, he rose as soon as he put that title up. You just already knew. I saw them little lights flash on him. I was like, well, that's The Rock. And of course, there was The Rock. He did the 1, 2, 3. Then he did that. A lot of people are confused about that, but I feel like that was like a simple thing, basically stating that he about to, you know, come for Cody next, because they kind of had both of them, like, you saw Cody in the ring, then you saw The Rock, so it's like they were like lined up perfectly. And I mean, he's more than likely about to come for Cody. And I mean, overall, that was a good PLE. I mean, nothing was like terrible. It's just some stuff had like the weird stuff going on, but overall, that was a good PLE to me. And I mean, we got Jimmy back. The Rock just came. We got possibly Brock probably gonna be on Monday Night Raw. It's like we about to have some good stuff now. And I mean, I'm glad Jimmy and The Rock. I wasn't expecting The Rock yet, because you know The Rock can return anytime, but he came back, and I was like, bet. So this Survivor Series match, they finna get this like road. We finna be on the road with this. So I mean, it was a good PLE in my opinion. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. You know, I'm not Dave Meltzer, but I mean, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. And basically, I'll say, you know, overall, I enjoyed it. I mean, I was gonna be there actually, but you know, some stuff came up, but I was gonna be there. But either way, I got to watch it, so I'm happy. And you know, that was a pretty good PLE, man. Pretty good. I had a lot of fun. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.